Hey comic book fans, welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video, and it's a bit of a special one today. So a year ago, yes, a year ago, I sent off 6 of my favourite Alan Class comics to CBCS for grading. Okay, I did a video at the time, and I called it Farewell My Lovelies because I didn't know how long it was going to be before I was going to see them again. Well, it's a year, so I sent them off in September 2021, and here we are a year later. I have finally got them back. Okay, so if you go to that video, I'm going to put a copy of the video down below. You can see what I thought the grades were going to be for these comics. Right now, this CBCS sent me an email, so I know what grades these are going to be, and I have to say I am overall really pleased with the grades on these. I haven't yet seen them in their slabs, so you will see me opening these up and looking at them for the first time. These are comics that I thought I've done this partly because I wanted to have the only comic on on any census. For some of these comics will be the only ones on the census, both at CBCS and CGC. Some of these nobody will ever have slabbed before. One or two of them there are some slabs, and one or two of them I think I have got the highest grade. So let's have a look. I think these are going to look pretty good in a slab. Wow. Now the first one, this is a wow. This looks fantastic in a slab. Right. This got a much higher grade than I thought it was going to get. What I'm really pleased with here is that I cleaned and pressed all but one of these. I used Immaculate to clean them, and I used my press at home to press them. And Alan Class books do clean and press extremely well. Look at this, it looks fabulous. It's an Uncanny Tales number 59, and it says here, it says on the label, cover John Buscema and George Klein art, George Tusker, John Buscema, Dick Ayers, Steve Ditko, John Roskenberger and Don Heck. Stories Roy Thomas and Bernstein, and first appearance of Ultron 5 and the new Masters of Evil in cameo. Look at that. Now I thought this, I'm going to check my video. I'm going to put up here well, you can see what the actual grade was. You can go and see the video I sent when I was sending it off. I did not think this was going to get an 8.0. I didn't think any of these were going to get as high as an 8.0. There's a little crease down this corner, but that doesn't appear to have blown it too much. You can see at the back, got a really clean back for a Alan Class comic. As I say, I cleaned and pressed all but one of these before sending them off. Now, interestingly, the one I didn't clean and didn't press is the only one that's come back at a lower grade than I thought it would. So I should have cleaned and pressed it. Okay, that looks fabulous. Right, okay, I really love how these look. All right, this is nice. And again, this is a stunning grade. I'm going to take it out of the bag. Look at this. Again, I cleaned and pressed this. I've actually got the, the original of this. I bought it in an auction. But look at this. Sinister Tales, number 104. What is that? Spider-Man? I want to say something like 62, 63. Anyway, it's a reprint of Amazing, oh, it'll tell me on here actually. Amazing Spider-Man 70. Yeah, it's a reprint. That's covers from Amazing Spider-Man 70. But I've got Amazing Spider-Man 70 and the cover does not look anywhere near as good as that. Look at that in an 8.0. I thought this was going to get a 5.5, I think. No, I think I might have thought it was going to get a 6.5 because it is a really clean copy. Again, look at the cleanliness of the back. How often do you get Alan Class comics with rear covers looking like that? Really, really, really pleased with both those two. Absolutely incredible. Don't those look fantastic in a slab? Really very pleased. Right, this is one of my favourite Alan Class covers. I thought this was going to get a 5.0. And again, I cleaned and pressed this. I've actually got 2 copies of this, so I will be able to still read it because I have got another copy of this. Look how good this looks. This is the one I just love the cover, and I thought it would look fantastic in a slab, and I was not wrong. Look at that. Now I think that's up there with some of the golden age artwork, you know, LB Cole, Schomburg's. Just love that cover with a big hand coming out and grabbing the rocket. Really great. I love this. They've actually done their research. They've actually printed on the back of this all the comics where the stories come from. Prince Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds 2, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Outer Space 23, Unusual Tales 12, Space Adventures 4, stories in black and white. I'm impressed, CBCS. You have actually done a bit of work here. I reckon you've never ever had one of those before to grade. Well, I know you haven't. And somebody has gone out and spent a bit of time finding out what stories were in this. Cover art by Charles Nicholas and Rocco Masteroso. And internally we've got artwork by Steve Ditko, Gene Colin, Matt Baker and Dick Giordino. Look at it. It is... oh, I love these to bits. I'm going to send some more off. If you remember, I put a video out recently and I got some extremely high grade Creepy Worlds. I think one of them might be a 9.8. Has anybody anywhere got a Alan Class slammed 9.8? I'm going to go for it. Okay, look at that. Beautiful. Right, that's 3 out of the 6. Okay. Next one, it's a classic Marvel cover. It looks great in the slab. I thought this was going to get a 3.5, I think. It's, you know, it's not as, I sent it in because it's one of the classic covers, but it's not as clean and neat as the other ones that I sent in. But I did clean and press it myself, and I think it's knocked it up from a 3.5 to a 5.0. Look at this. First appearance of the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne. Oh, so we must have got it. It prints Tales of Suspense 44 apparently. Really? Okay. Well, Tales of Suspense 44 is the first Wasp, I think. Is it? Yeah, it is. That cover though is not Tales of Suspense 44. Have they made an error on this label? Could be. Anyway, look at it. It looks great. I'm going to have to investigate what they've written on the label there because I'm not sure it's correct. That is not the cover to Tales of Suspense 44 because I've got it. I just traded it with my mate Alan. That does not look like the first appearance of the Wasp to me. That story might be in here, but I'm surprised they haven't put where the cover's from. Cover Jack Kirby and Dick Ayres, art Don Heck. Right, so this one, I think this has got, if you look at that Outer Space 3, the amount of work somebody's put into that and getting all the stories, interestingly, on the this Creepy Worlds, there's very scant information. Interesting. I wonder if it's a different grader. The first grader has done a fantastic job on the first of those 3 comics. They've all got details on of exactly what's in them, whereas that Creepy Worlds number 68 has not. Interesting. Right, next up we have got Astounding Stories, number 60. Again, I sent this off because it's got a fantastic Steranko cover. I think this is Nick Fury. Yeah, Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 2. Yeah, again here, they've got a detailed breakdown of the stories in here, and who's written them and everything. And a really good detail on the label here, cover art and story Jim Steranko. Yeah, look at it, very nice. Again, I think I had this as a 3.5. I did clean this, I did press it before I sent it. Very nice, really pleased to get a 5.0. Look how good those colours look in here. Fantabulous. Again, I'm really pleased with CBCS with the detail they've got here and here. I'm just a bit strange about the Creepy Worlds 68, which I think they've got wrong, and looks to me as a different person did it. Right, okay, this is the one I thought was going to get the highest grade. I thought this was going to get a 7.0. I haven't touched it. I didn't touch this one. I didn't clean and press it because it was in a pretty good state as it was, and it's come back a 6.5. Look at it. I mean, it is a fabulous thing to look at. It is one of my favourite Alan Class covers. It's the first Vision, of course. I think I'm a bit annoyed with myself. I think if I'd cleaned and pressed that like I'd done with the others, I'd have got an 8.0 for this. Should I break it open? I don't know, it looks so nice. So this is the only one that's come back with a lower grade. It's the only one I did not clean and press because it looked so good without a clean and press. I'm going to have to read the graders' notes as to what why they've knocked it down to a 6.5. See if it's worth as it says on it. I love the labels on these 5 are great. It says first Silver Age appearance of the Vision. Cover and art John Buscema. Story Roy Thomas, Stanley, Larry Lieber. And then it says on the back Prince Avengers 57, Adventures of the Fly 28, Strange Tales 99, Unusual Tales 27, additional stories Robert Bernstein. So somebody at CBCS on 5 out of 6 of these has done a really good job. Now that there are about 3 or 4 I think of these on the censuses, but and I think the top graded one is a 7, so a bit disappointing there. However, I will be amazed if the other 5 of these are either not the only graded one or aren't the highest grade. I'm going to check that up before I do the edit, and I will put little comments on the screen letting you know whether they are the only one that's been graded or if they're the highest grade or what's going on. But look at those. I'm really pleased with them. They look fabulous. I'm definitely going to send some more off to get graded, and I have to say, CBCS, it's taken you a year, but you didn't lose them. And somebody has actually spent a bit of time researching these, because I can absolutely guarantee you that nobody has ever sent in a copy of Outer Space 3 for grading. So somebody, and I don't think a couple of these others I don't think have ever been in for grading either. That has never been graded. That is the first copy of that ever graded. Or I'll go and eat my hat. I haven't got one, but so and somebody has they've actually bothered to go out and research where all the stories have come from. So the only one I'm slightly disappointed with is the Creepy Worlds 68, which appears to me, because as you know, in all these creepy worlds, there's stories from all over the place in these. And all it says on the back there is Prince Tales of Suspense 44. Well, it might do. I need to check. That might be inside here. But why isn't it telling me about all the other stories? And why isn't it telling me about the... all it says is cover Jack Kirby and Dick Ayres art Don Heck. Is that a Don Heck cover? Don't know. I'm going to do my own research on that. I think they might have made a mistake on this, or they just haven't put as much detail on it. I think a different grader, a different person must have been responsible for doing the work on these. Or maybe it's not the grader, maybe it's the person who does the labels. Don't know. Don't know how they're set up. Anybody else know how they do it? Whether it's the grader who does the research work, or whether the grader just puts a grade on it and somebody else does the research work for the labels. I don't know, but whoever's done the research work for the labels on 5 of those, great work, really good work. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that. I certainly have. I'm just going to sit and admire these for a bit longer. That's your lot. See you again soon.